Hello there, I'm Bigalius. Welcome to Black Ops Modern Warfare. Great start. Modern Warfare 3 Season 4. I'm going to do a rundown of this season, but to be quite honest with you, I'm not entirely sure how much there is to delve into. I started playing this game again recently just for a video, and I'm fully back into the ecosphere, so let's talk about this game. I did mention in my retrospective that I was a little bit surprised as to how little had changed. And I still feel this way about this. I will say that the key art, the little art thing where it's like, press start to begin. That's awesome. That's the coolest one yet. It was really great. It's like animated. Feels very high res. Let's just keep that one. That one's awesome. So that's a good start. Aside for that, I haven't really noticed too much going on here. It feels very much the same. All of the players are the same. Apparently there are some buffs to kill streaks. I'm not 100% sure what that entails, and they've made a couple of fixes here and there, but I can say categorically, if you're a casual player like I am, then you're probably not going to notice all that much. Honestly, I don't think that much has changed in terms of gameplay, if anything, and it doesn't exactly feel like a new experience, let's just say that. There are, however, 2 new maps. So that's awesome. There's Paris and Tokyo. Apparently, we've run out of names for maps, so we're just going to go for the location that they're set in. One of these I like, one of these I don't. Let's begin with the one I don't. Paris. Was this a map in Infinite Warfare? I say that pejoratively and very hyperbolically because I know it wasn't a map in Infinite Warfare. But it looks so much like one of them. I don't know what the map was. It might have just been called probably like Lyon, or Versailles. But there was a map in Infinite Warfare that was set in like Parisian streets that looks so much like this. And it's just very uninteresting to me. Listen, I'm a visuals guy. I care about like the way a map looks and the way a map feels rather than just the layout. And it's just not doing it for me. It's not hitting, and I feel as though they go for this like Parisian streets aesthetic in these games just a little bit too often. There was a lot of this. There's a lot of this in the Sledgehammer games. A lot of it in World War II. The other map, however, is Tokyo, which I like a lot. I do like this map. I will say that it's very. I mean, you compare this to other night maps in Call of Duty games. It's so unrealistic and cartoony, and poppy and bright. You kind of have to get past that, but I'm okay with it, and I can live with it, because, ultimately that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about having fun and it being visually cool over it being visually realistic. It's a great map. I like it. I like the layout too, actually. It's a lot of sort of narrow shooting lines. I don't know how you would describe it. And it definitely, this one also reminds me of another map. It feels very COD 4 coded. I feel as though there was a map that was set in a very similar environment with a very similar layout in COD 4, but I don't think it's exactly that one. But every now and then, it feels like lots of different. It feels like every corner I turn, it's like, oh no, this one kind of feels like Summit, or this one kind of feels like WMD, or just all of these different maps amalgamated. But I'm so sure that this layout has been done before. I feel like it has, but who cares, right? Because it's a good layout, and it's a good map. It looks great. I love the lighting on it, and I'm happy with the map Tokyo, so that's good. Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. In terms of the battle pass, this was actually the first time I grabbed the battle pass. I went for it because it turns out I had a bunch of COD points. I had exactly 100 less than what is needed for the battle pass. That didn't feel intentional in any way. So I got the battle pass for £1. So I went for it. And I've got to say, for £2, I don't exactly regret it. But I think if I had paid the full price. Oh, what is this? This is a complete mess. I hadn't purchased a battle pass since Cold War. So it's kind of cool that the COD points carried over, I guess. But this is a mess. What is this? What do you do? Where do you unlock things? I don't know where anything goes or what I should be clicking on for anything. And ultimately, I'm looking at it going, well, I'm not sure I'd use any of those skins. I don't know how people get excited for these battle passes, but here it is. Here's the new one. I'll probably just look up a picture on Google Images. I haven't filmed any of the battle pass, unfortunately. But yeah, here it is. There's some bits here and there. Apparently, the battle pass isn't enough now, and you have to upgrade it to get the black cell skins, which I honestly don't even think are that impressive. But yeah, that's that. So Season 4, kind of lackluster, honestly, not that exciting. Apparently there's more content coming in season. I'm not a fan of this new, and then there's more in season. And there's going to be like a new snow map and a variant on Das House. Maybe I'll take a look at that when it comes to it. I'm not sure, given how lackluster this season is, I'm not even sure if I'll cover season 5, because this is just kind of meh. Certainly not a reason to get back into the game unless you think the key art being so cool is reason enough. There are no major changes here, and I wouldn't say that a couple of maps, one of which is great and the other one of which is, then I wouldn't say that's reason enough. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Season 4, and I'll see everyone later.
The PlayStation is only $149, and you can also get leading titles.